Xtra with Josh Moser, Mike DePasquale, Donovan Campbell, and Drew Rosenhaus.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. This is Lexus Sports Extra. I'm Josh Moser. Tonight, all about the Super Bowl. So much hype coming in. That Los Angeles backdrop, the billion-dollar stadium, and, of course, these two teams right here. Super Bowl 56, Rams hosting the Bengals first quarter. Matthew Stafford to Odell Beckham Jr. getting the scoring started 8 minutes in. Moonwalk it, baby. Then later in the frame, Bagels looking to answer. Joe Burrow looking for his favorite target. That is Jamar Chase. And check the one-handed grab. Woo! Since he converts a field goal and trails 7-3. Second quarter, LA back in the red zone. Stafford to Cooper Kupp. The pair combining for the most all season. Gets one in this one. LA on top 13-3. Ensuing Bengals drive. Burrow pitching to Joe Mixon, who tosses it to T. Higgins. Trick play touchdown. It's back to a three-point game, 13-10. Then this is the play that changed everything for the Rams. OBJ goes down. It's a non-contact injury to his left knee. That's the same one he's already torn his ACL in. Beckham would not return. Without him, Bengals able to switch up the defense. 2 minutes remaining in the half. Stafford buying time, then goes deep for the end zone. Ball is underthrown, picked off by Jesse Bates. Rams into the breakup, 13-10. Third quarter we go. The most controversial play of the game to start. The Bengals on the ball. Joe Burrow finding T. Higgins. Yak it on up. 75-yard touchdown at the restart. However, take a look at this. Higgins grabbing Jalen Ramsey's face mask. No call by the refs. Stands as a touchdown. Ensuing Rams drive. Stafford throws it to Ben Skowronek. Tip drill for the Bengals. They add a field goal. Cincy now leading 20-13. Fourth quarter, Rams need a stop. 3rd and 9. Von Miller getting home. Burrow going down in pain. Sacked 7 times on the night. Watch him limp off the field. However, Burrow would stay in the game. 5 minutes to play. Rams facing a 4th and 1 from their own 30. Kupp getting the handoff, keeps the drive alive. A field goal doesn't matter. LA needs 6, and the Rams riding Kupp the entire trip down the field. Look at this throw and catch. LA to the Cincy 29. Less than 2 minutes to play. 3rd and goal. Stafford looking towards the end zone. Logan Wilson called for holding Kupp. That gives the Rams an automatic first down. That sets up this. It's Stafford looking for who else but Kupp. The back shoulder throw to perfection. That's your go-ahead score to make it 23-20. Burrow gets the ball back, and it's the Rams' defensive star, Aaron Donald, there for the big play in the big moment. That's the game. The Rams win Super Bowl 56, 23-20.
You put the ball in your best player's hands when it matters the most, and that's what we did with Matthew, and he delivered in a big way, and he's world champ.
I feel amazing. This is an unbelievable run. We had such a special group of guys. I'm just so happy and proud to go to work with them every single day, show up, and the joy they play the game with and the way they work and love each other is something I'll never forget.
Bless it, man. I'm just living in the moment right now, man, because I dreamed it so long, and to really be living it right now. I remember, Coach coming up to me last year. He promised me this. So to do it next year, he promised me, and we bring the players.
Nice to play for Santa Claus.
Oh my God!
After losing to the Patriots, I wasn't able to be a part of that thing. But I don't know what it was. There's just this vision that God revealed to me that we were going to come back. We were going to be a part of a Super Bowl. We were going to win it, and somehow. I was going to walk off the field as the MVP of the game.
For more on this incredible game, we bring in our Drew Rosenhaus, who's traveling back from the contest. Drew, first and foremost, how much did this contest live up to the hype?
Oh, it was a great game. It was the perfect Super Bowl. It was outstanding play by the heralded quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford. But the game really was decided by the 2 best players on the field, Cooper Kupp, who was the Offensive Player of the Year, and Aaron Donald, who's arguably the greatest defensive player in history. What great drama. The game was in L.A., and it ended like a movie script. Really one of the better Super Bowls I've seen in a long time.
Cooper Kupp, even though he's great on the field, doesn't get a lot of buzz. He's more of a mild-mannered guy, really quiet. We know about the growing legend of Joe Burrow, but how much did Kupp's legend grow with the Super Bowl win and Super Bowl MVP?
I mean, he's had as good a season as any receiver in the history of the NFL, and now you would say the best. This guy's year was right up there with the vintage Jerry Rice years. He was unstoppable this year. I mean, nearly 2,000 yards, led the NFL in yards, receiving touchdowns, was amazing tonight, got the game MVP, was clutch. He's the reason the team won the world championship tonight.
Sean McVay is now the youngest head coach in history in the NFL to win a Super Bowl at 36. Drew, for you, which team is better set up for success in the future, the Rams or the Bengals?
Well, I mean, obviously the Bengals are a younger team. Joe Burrow's only in his second year. Jamar Chase is a rookie. And obviously you'd say Matt Stafford and Aaron Donald are towards the downside of their career. And I would also say that, McVay at 36 years old is, he's a future Hall of Fame coach at this point. He's already coached in 2 Super Bowls. I'd have to put the future is probably brighter for Cincinnati. But, you can't put anything past this Rams football team. If they can keep this nucleus together and get Von Miller back, you're hearing talk about Aaron Donald retiring, but I doubt it. The guy's still in his prime. To me, I think this is they're both teams we could see in the Super Bowl again next year.
Rams trade all their picks. They go and get the stars, and they delivered. Drew, you are our star tonight. Thank you so much for making the time. For Dolphins fans, is Mike McDaniel the man that can lead this franchise to a Super Bowl? Fins haven't won a playoff game, everybody, in more than 20 years. McDaniel admitting this week he came into the interview process for the head coaching job just looking to gain experience of being in the room talking about a gig. However, the Dolphins tab him now as their man.
When you're hired and fired that many times and bouncing around the NFL, you get a glimpse at a lot of things. And when something has the ability to be great. And that's all I feel walking in and out of these hallways, and I can't wait to serve each and every one of you.
When we got through the process, it was Mike McDaniel. The one thing as we kept talking to everybody was, as Steve talked about, the football intelligence, the innovativeness that he does. You wouldn't believe the calls and texts, like players that he had connected with over the years, former players at his former team, agents calling us just about the relationships that he's built over the years.
I've been practicing in my living room, throwing the challenge flag across it just to make sure, it's accurate. I didn't have control over whether or not I would become a head coach, but if I did, a way that I could separate myself is I could put myself in their shoes. That's why I'm a marathon interview guy, because I've watched Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, Gary Kubiak, the list goes on. I know how commanding the job is, but shame on me if I'm not prepared at this point.
Drew, we want to bring you back and go deeper on this Mike McDaniel hire. Do you truly believe he was the guy the Dolphins wanted all along?
Well, I don't think you can say that, because it's not like McDaniel was a coach that was targeted by a lot of teams or was a hot commodity. I'm not sure that he was more of a candidate than a Brian Daboll or a Nathaniel Hackett. At the end of the day, I think McDaniel is a good hire. No one knows for sure where he was in the priority list. This is an organization that is a bit fractured with all the Brian Flores controversy and acrimony. They need someone that's going to come in and bring harmony and peace. They also need someone that believes in Tua and is an offensive-minded coach and can get this offensive line going and bring stability to the offense. McDaniel's an offensive mastermind, and he's part of the McVay-Taylor tree with Shanahan. They were all together at one time, and I think McDaniel's a good hire for this organization at this time.
You represent a lot of the Dolphins players on this team that are under contract or that are going to be free agents. What have you been hearing from them about the hire?
Well, I think everyone's very positive about it. This is what the doctor ordered. The Dolphins need a coach to work with Tua. They need a guy that can take over the offense and turn it around. And he came in and he's going to work well with Chris Greer, the general manager. And obviously he's conceding the defense to Josh Boyer. Got to like the way this guy's already come in and work within the organization. I think the players see that, and a lot of guys are very supportive of Brian Flores, but they understand they're moving forward, and Mike McDaniel's a player coach who I think a lot of guys would enjoy playing for.
Dolphins have the most cap space of any team in the NFL. When March comes around, Drew, how much of an impact do you think Brian Flores' lawsuit will have on players coming to Miami and playing for owner Stephen Ross?
I don't think much. I don't think guys are going to be deterred by the off-the-field stuff. I think the focal point will be on the opportunity that's at hand with the contract and their playtime opportunity and how they fit into the system. I don't think players really worry too much about lawsuits or how it might affect an organization. I think they'll be focused on the here and the now.
And Zach Thomas, you represented him, Dolphins legend, third time up for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, does not get in again. What is it about him that is keeping him out of Canton?
I wish I had the answer. Zach Thomas is as deserving of a Hall of Fame admittance as anybody that I've ever known. I mean, he's a brilliant football player, was the epitome of the NFL, represents everything he loved. He played so hard, so smart, was so productive, played on so many great defenses. I think he's going to get in. I said to Zach when we found out he didn't make it, hey, it's an honor to be a finalist, and your time's coming, man. Your patience will pay off. It's just a matter of time, hopefully next year.
Drew, we appreciate the hustle as always. It's officially off season, so hopefully you can get some rest. Really appreciate you making the time.
You bet, guys. See you next week in studio.
Woo! He's back, everybody. He's back.
Yes.
Thanks, Drew. He's the best. What can I say? Let's go to the NBA. The Heat quiet at the trade deadline. The Godfather, Pat Riley, really liking this locker room. The Heat remain in first place in the East ahead of next weekend's All-Star game. It is now 5 wins in a row. Jimmy Butler's late game heroics helping lift Miami over Brooklyn. Kyle Lowry making the key defensive stop in the final ticks. PJ Tucker saying these games in the regular season will provide the experience needed when these late game moments really count in the playoffs.
I always appreciate these moments when you get late game, big play. You get those games during the season, kind of get better. We've had a bunch of blowout games where we just won easily. So to get some of those games, to get that experience and learn from it early in the season is pretty good.
We're just getting started tonight on Lexus Sports Extra. When we return, we introduce you to the only undefeated men's college basketball team in the country. Plus, the Panthers get set for the restart. Learn how the Cats are preparing when we return. Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, all about the Super Bowl. The Bengals rallying from 10 points down in the first half to take a lead late in the game, and they were just a few minutes from their first championship in franchise history. However, it goes to the Rams, but clearly the Bengals believe they will be back on the biggest stage soon.
You know, it's going to propel us into next year, and we're going to have a really good offseason. I know we have a lot of hard workers in that locker room that are going to attack this offseason like they did last year. You know, obviously we're not satisfied with what we did this year. We're going to keep getting better and attack next year with the same intensity.
Proud of them. It's a special group. It stings right now, but you got to find a way to just really cherish what this group had together. It's a special group. It's rare that you get to coach a team like this. I'm proud of the way that they fought.
It's tough, but it is what we do. You know, when you sign up for it, you know one team is going to be at the end. And clearly everybody in this locker room believed we could do it. I have a lot of faith moving forward in our quarterback and this defense and these coaches.
Love the candor there from the Bengals players. Let's go to the ice. The Panthers getting back to practice following the All-Star break. NHL having extended time off because this was the time the players were supposed to be competing in the Olympics. However, COVID changed that. Cats currently have the most points in all of hockey. Time to hunt is the team's motto this season. However, due to their success in the first half of the year, this team has quickly gone from the hunter to the hunted.
Don't think we're in a good spot because we're up in the standing. It's 30 teams that are chasing us, so you can't feel good about yourself. You always have to come to the rink and try to get better and try to do the right things. That's what gets you success in the playoffs too.
We welcome Donovan Campbell to the show. And D, you were with a team this week that knows nothing about losing. How was that?
I'll tell you what, just weeks away from the College Hoops March Madness, we will look to go a perfect 23-0.
Now I got to ask, what are your superstitions?
Oh, man, they a laundry list of things, especially for my son's baseball games. I got to wear the same outfit every game. It's just who I am.
We're watching Kingston. We got to get him on the show soon. Thanks so much, Donovan. Coming up next on Lexus Sports Extra, it is back out to my hometown, Los Angeles, for more Super Bowl reaction, plus this. The party continuing into the night following the Phoenix Open. We show you the biggest party on the PGA Tour. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Josh Moser. How about them Los Angeles Rams capturing their second Lombardi trophy in franchise history? The first while they're in LA, and this team big and full of huge names. Remember, they traded for Von Miller to add to that pass rush. Aaron Donald as well, traded for Jalen Ramsey 2 seasons ago. They added Odell Beckham Jr. When you have big names like that, it usually never works. However, this group got on the same page, and it ends with Super Bowl rings for everybody.
Everybody's really down to earth. Ain't nobody got a big kid. Everybody came to work. Everybody get along. It's like a real brotherhood. Like, we got along easily. Like, it ain't nobody feeling like they better than the other or nothing like that. It's a true brotherhood.
It really is. It feels like the Pro Bowl every day.
I think great players respect one another. And these guys are so accomplished and established, they really wanted to win. And we came together as a team at the right moments, but it's such a credit to these two guys. I can't say enough about what a positive injection of life Odell Beckham Jr. was for us.
Oh, yeah.
Man, did we miss him in the second half.
Let's go to golf. Final round of the Phoenix Open. TPC Scottsdale to the iconic par 3 16th. This is Carlos Ortiz. Little baby draw with the 9-iron, and watch this one find the cup. Beautiful. The gallery goes crazy. It is an ace for Ortiz. Here come the beer cans. This tournament just so much fun. It would go to a 3-hole playoff. This, the putt to win. Scotty Scheffler doing it in style. The birdie for his first ever career PGA Tour victory. Almost $1.5 million going to Scheffler. Not bad for 4 days' work. It's almost midnight. That means the big finish is next. A clue? It's more from Waste Management. I hope you can stomach it through the lines. Big finish time, more from the 16th at TPC Scottsdale. Harry Higgs leaving us all with something we will never unsee. The putt down, the shirt up. Higgs, a true golfer of the people. The frat gallery loves it, only at the Waste Management. I don't know, everybody. I kind of want to do it, but yeah, it might get me in trouble. We're going to leave it right there. Thank you for spending the final 30 minutes of your weekend with us. Hopefully you had a few laughs. That's all the time we have for us on Lexus Sports Extra tonight. However, we want to end the show on this note. We lost one of our biggest fans Thursday night in Marty Goodman, who was the father of our executive producer, Jim Goodman. He lived a great life, was 94 years old. Jim, on behalf of Donovan, Drew, Mike, and our entire 7 Sports team, we're thinking of you. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching.